Welcome to another episode of Let's Play Guitar. So today we're going to talk about the elusive banjo roll. Now I'm not going to be ripping off any Johnny Highland super fast head spinning stuff that just leaves you going, oh yeah, that's cool, but I'm not going to be able to play that. Because when I watch Johnny Highland, that's exactly what I think. But what I am going to teach you today is the concept of the banjo roll, how it replaces scale tones with open strings that ring out. They do sound nice and full. I'm going to approach one in a G major scale and just show you how the notes can be replaced in a G major scale with open notes. It's a nice exercise. It shows you the technique involved, the idea of a banjo roll, and then I'm going to teach you a couple that I've used in songs that kind of end tunes or have a landing point in them, and I'll explain those as I go along. So without any further ado, let's play guitar. Let's get after some banjo rolls. All right, we're back. What I'm going to show you now is based out of the G major scale. Hopefully you've got at least a concept of that G major scale. If not, I'll show you what just a basic G major scale would look like in position from the 3rd fret. I use my 2 finger, and we're going to go 2 on the low E. We're going to go 2, 4. And then on the A string, we're going to go 1, 2, 4. On the D string, we're going to go 1, 3, 4. Repeat that on the G string, 1, 3, 4. Then we're going to go 2, 4 on the B string, and then 1, 2 on the high E. And back down. Now, what we're going to do with this concept, with what I consider a banjo roll idea, is we're going to add open strings to the same scale. Now, it's a technique that involves a little bit of hybrid picking. I use my pick and my fingers. And what I'm going to start with, if you think about the first few notes of the G major scale, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fret the low E at the G, and then I'm going to pluck the open A. And then I'm going to move to the 7th fret. I'm going to play 7, 8 on the low E, and then I'm going to pluck an open D. So it sounds like this. Now if I were to fret that, it would sound like this. Right? Just ringing out a little bit more. Now what we're going to do is we're going to continue down through the scale, alternating some notes with open strings. So the whole scale together, I'm just going to go through it really slow. We're going to have G on the low E, open A with the finger, low E, 7 and 8, that's the B and C, open D, and there's a little string skip in there. Then we're going to play 7, 9 on the A string, and then we're going to do an open G with the finger. Then we're going to play the 7th fret D string fretted and an open B. Then we're going to play on the G string 5, 7, open high E, and then we're going to finish it with F sharp on the B, 7th fret to the 8th fret G. So all together, real slow. I might have told you something wrong there. So when we're coming up that fret again, one finger here on the 7th fret D, and then the open B. I don't know if I missed that on the way up on the first time. And then we're at 5, 7 on the G string, open E, 7, 8 on the B string. That is the whole G major scale. pretty tricky. Go through it real slow. If you're not used to using any hybrid style picking, it's a great technique to have. Country guitar is so difficult, and you watch these really good players like Danny Gatton, and like I said, Johnny Hyland before. These guys just blaze through these things. Brad Paisley's very good at this, and of course Brent Mason, a master. Watch these guys do it, and what it'll show you is where you can get to. I'm not quite there yet myself, but this is the concept that I'm working on, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. So descending back down the scale, it's the same type of thing. We're going to start with a little pull off on the B string, 10th fret. 8th fret to the 7th fret. Open E. You can fret it or pick it. So that's 8, 7, open E with the finger. Then we're going to move 7, 5, open B. Open E, 7, 5 on the G, open B. Fret the 7th, open G. Fret the 9, 7, open D. Fret the 8th, 7 on the low E, open A, and then G. That's what the fretting the scale sounds like. You don't get that ring out like you do with this. It's definitely a difference. So what I would do is I would work going up the scale and going back down the scale. Keep in mind every note is in G major. And just slowly work your speed up till you feel comfortable with the hybrid picking. And then what I would do is try to create a little lick out of that maybe. Or I use something like an open G banjo roll like this when I finish a song that ends in G. And I just add it as a little tag at the end of the song. And what I do is I just break it up a little bit, and then I put a little 6th run on there. And a 6th is just referring to scale tones that are a 6th apart. And how that looks, that little lick is, it starts with the G major scale descending, just like we did before. 7 or 8, 7 on the B, open E, and then I do a pull off, 2 pull offs from 7 to 5, and it's like in a 3-note sequence. I go, and then I fret the 7th, but I go right back to that open B again. And then I do a little 6 run now where I slide up from 5 to 7, and I fret the 7th fret on the high E. Then I slide up from 3 to 5, and I fret the 5th on the high E. And then I slide up from 2 to 4, and I fret the 3rd on the high E. So how that all looks together. Cool. And you can experiment with those things. I mean, it's just limitless what you can find with open strings, and just know that they're going to ring out a little bit more. So you got to be real accurate with your fingerings so that you're not muting strings that you want to be ringing out. Not easy, but a great technique to work on. Another one that I do that ends on an E, kind of an E7 idea to finish a song up or finish a chord change up. This one's a little bit different. We're going to start on the 10th fret on the B string, and we're going to go from 10 to 9. Then we're going to fret the G string on the 11th fret, and then pluck a high E. So what we're doing is we're going on the on the B string, we're going 10 to 9, 11 fretted on the G string, pluck the high E, and then we're going to slide from that, or we're going to go down from the 11th fret G, we're going to go down to 9 on G and pluck the B. So it starts again like this. And then we're going to slide down to the 7th and pluck the high E. So you can see how you got those notes ringing out real nice. So that part is, I walk chromatically down on the D string to the 7th fret, open G, fret the 7th again, and open B. And we finish it by going to the 5th fret on the D, hammer on the 6th fret on D, and fret the E on the A string 7th fret. All together, it sounds like this. Okay, well, I hope that lesson was helpful. That gives you a couple of basic ideas of what a banjo roll is for a beginner. It's a great starting point. When I started to learn like the concept of the banjo roll and what it was, I'll be honest with you, watching some of the players play them, they're so good at it that it just mind-numbingly fast. I couldn't really grasp. I understood the concept, but I just couldn't grasp what they were doing and the speed at which they do it. And it's so simple for them that they're just, it's just a matter of fact to these guys. So I hope this lesson helps you get the idea going. As I get better, I'll do more and more ideas. I continue to work on these concepts a lot. I love the idea of like slick country guitar. I think it's some of the hardest stuff I've worked on in the past, and I've been at it for 35 years. So don't underestimate good country guitar playing. Listen to Vince Gill and Brent Mason. Listen to these guys play, and you will be blown away if you haven't done it yet. So thank you for sticking with me. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm trying to build up my list. Fresh content daily. So hang in there. Keep playing guitar. Woo!